Well, good morning from camp where it is somehow already so toasty, but there's these lovely little tables that I think I might cook out here on later, and Tara and I are about to go for our morning little coffee walk. Today feels different in that it is probably our last day on the road for a while, and I'll get into all of that in a little bit here. But I'm just gonna try today to soak up as much as I can, all the best parts, the things that I love about being out here, about living out here, and about the peace and quiet. Because the next couple of months, I'm sure I'll have some of this sprinkled in, but are primarily going to be back in a city, which I haven't done like full on for quite a while. So in case you guys missed my last video, which honestly I'm not going to recap all of it, so you should probably go back, I'll link it up here and watch that for the full update. You would know that I am officially moved out of Denver for now. I'm heading back out to California, and this next year to come is not shaping out exactly how I thought it might. I've made some big decisions lately around life on the road, living on the road, and what I want things to look like. I did not have a great time in Denver, I'm not gonna lie. It was chaotic, there was a lot of travel that was unplanned. I never lived in a city before, and there were a lot of adjustments that had to happen in order for me to feel comfortable there. Right before I left, I ended up starting to settle in a little bit more than I had originally, but I don't regret leaving Denver. I don't love the place that I was living, like the location was just a little too city for me. And I think ultimately it was the best decision because I just don't know, truthfully, what the next 6 months, next year are going to look like. What do you do? Where did you go? Tara. Oh. Oh, don't touch me. Oh. When people say the realities of van life, or how do you keep your rig clean with a dog, you simply don't, or at least I don't. If you have figured out the solution, please let me know in the comments down below. All aside, the update you guys were actually looking for, I am in the middle of making some big decisions, and as I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, I think that I'm going to continue to make those decisions on my own, and I will update you once they have happened. So right now, I'm on my way to California. I no longer have a lease in Denver. I'm pondering what 2025 will hold, but I do know for a fact that there will be a shift in my content. Not that I won't be posting on YouTube, but that things are just gonna look different. I've been feeling the need for this shift for a while now. Like I wasn't as aligned anymore with the, I guess, just one-off videos every week. It didn't feel like I was telling a story. It just felt like I was creating content to be posting on an algorithm, to be pumping things out. And that's obviously a means to an end. I need to make money. I need to have an income, but I'm actively working on expanding what I do for my work so that way hopefully I can put videos out here that mean more to me, that have a better storyline, that aren't so focused on just getting a video out, but that are hopefully much higher quality. That is going to require a little bit of extra effort on my part, and I'm a little bit nervous about the amount of work that I'm going to have to put in versus the amount of money that I will be able to get out, because unfortunately social media platforms really love consistency, and by consistency I mean posting every single week on Sunday at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. There like has to be a regimented schedule to your work, and so I'm still figuring that bit out, but I do know that it's time for a shift because I want this to stay fun. I want this to stay a positive creative outlet for myself, and in order to do so I need to make sure that I feel in alignment with my work, especially because it is so creative and it's not just like pumping out emails at a desk. One of the things I'm really hoping though that this shift in work is going to allow me to do is focus a little bit less on like a rig and a little bit more on the adventures that I originally got out here to pursue. I just bought a ski pass for this winter, which I'm really excited to use. I have plans to go backcountry snowboarding hopefully in the near future because I'm getting my AIRI. I just finished my wilderness first responder course and would love to be involved in local efforts around maybe search and rescue if I'm in a community that allows for that. So there's a lot of exciting things that I feel I'm on the precipice of that I've been working towards for a long time. And I think this year to come is really the year to put that all into practice, to merge all my passions, and hopefully to share them with you guys along the way. All right, before we get into the rest of today's video, I just wanted to take a quick moment to thank the sponsor of today's video, Bluetti, as you can see behind me. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit more about the AC180P, which might just be my favorite Bluetti product to date. Now, if you've been here for a minute, you know that I have extensively tried out Bluetti's portable power options and stations, along with their PV systems, and I truly have nothing but positive things to say about the company. From the tiny AC60 and B80 combination that I used while building out my truck camper, to the massive AC200L, and now the AC180P, which packs a punch not only in terms of its power output and recharge capabilities, but at a really reasonable price point as well. At full price, the Bluetti AC180P comes in at $899, which again, compared to a lot of other companies and even compared to some of the Bluetti power stations, per watt hour, I think is one of the best deals that you are going to get. And not only that, but it's extremely portable at only 32 pounds, fits behind the driver's seat very comfortably with room to fit a couple of other items in the car, and has an 1800 watt output, which is more than enough power to power everything I need on the road and even to be used as a backup power station at home if there were ever to be a power outage, which according to management I'm going to be dealing with in just about a week. And so this Bluetti power station will be coming into the house with me, which you'll all see a little bit more of later, to power internet, my computer, lights, and possibly even the fridge in the apartment while we wait for the power to come back on. Now, to get specific about output, I'm not going to be able to do this math in my head, but I'm going to go ahead and overlay a graphic here that breaks down some of the more common household appliances that one might use either as backup power solutions or just powering things off-grid or while camping day to day. And for me personally, I'll insert here at the bottom what I normally use it for and just about how long you could expect this Bluetti power station to power them all on the road. Now, I've said it before and I'll say it again because it's the truth. Having Bluetti power station with me on the road has been an absolute game changer. From powering my internet and my laptop to do grad school and work on the road, to more recently adding fun things like the Dometic CFX 28s, that way Tara and I can enjoy fresh food no matter where we are. Having the Bluetti has allowed me to go from dirtbag camping to moderate luxury, most might say. All this power though is no good if there's no way to recharge it, and that might be one of my favorite things about this power station and all of Bluetti's portable power options is that it's rechargeable in 4 ways, 3 of which I use on a regular basis. First, while driving. Y'all know that I love a good long road trip, and powering the Bluetti through the car's alternator charging or DC charging has been a great way to keep topped up to make sure that I'm not draining any additional power while my fridge is running while I'm driving. Now, when I get to camp, if I'm not fully charged, or if I just want to make sure I've got that extra boost to keep charged throughout the rest of the day and night, I'll pull out my PV 350 watt solar panel to make sure that we're taking in as much power as we can from the sun. Now, when I was living at my apartment in Denver, or now that I'm in California and I have access to AC power plugging things in through the wall, or previously when I was on the road in breweries, cafes, or laundromats, I love utilizing the quick charging capabilities, the turbocharge, I believe is what they call it, of the Bluetti, which allows me to go from 0 to 80% in under an hour. So whether you're looking for backup power for your home, off-grid cabin power capabilities, or you just want to power your camping adventures like I do on the road, make sure to head down to the link in the description down below to check out the Bluetti AC180P, PV350, and all of their other portable power solutions today. And thank you again to Bluetti for sponsoring today's video. So you might be thinking, because it's our last day out here on the road, we're probably gonna go off on some amazing adventure. But unfortunately, or fortunately, we've been doing that for the last couple of weeks, and so today, the last day on the road, is going to be a reset, because when we get where we're going tomorrow, near the central coast of California, I need to be able to just unpack everything and get moved into our new place where my family is staying for the next couple of months without too much headache, because going into this weekend, I'm actually heading back to Denver for my master's program. They're having an industry weekend, and I just need to be able to unpack all of our stuff, all of this dirt, all of this chaos as quickly as I can. So I'm gonna start by unloading the car. Everything except for like material goods is gonna go on the ground, so that way I can just start fresh, shake things out, and get ready to unpack tomorrow. Bread for my parents. Could it be cleaner? Definitely. But considering I have everything with me that I'm gonna need for the next 3, 4, 5, who knows how many months, I'm pretty stoked with how well things put back together. I'm still really happy with I think I spent less than $100 because most of this was scrap wood and scrap materials that I spent on the platform. The Subaru has ultimately been a great transition piece for us. It's been a great daily driver. It's been awesome for a couple weeks at a time on the road. It's been everywhere that I could possibly take a Subaru, I think. I've bottomed out the back a couple of times, which I will not be doing again. But I've really just pushed the limits of what I can do in the car as it is set up currently. And it's given me a much better sense for what I might want to upgrade in the future if I wanted to make the Subaru a little bit more capable. I'll see in a couple of months what I'm going to do, what direction I'm heading, if I'm getting back on the road full time, if we're gonna end up getting another place out in Colorado or somewhere else. Who knows at this point? I sure don't. Well, I truly could not think of a more end of van life, end of road life, end of road travel dinner. a bag of Cuban black beans, which I'm being lazy and not putting in my Jetboil, but also just practically speaking, I don't want to enjoy my coffee with a hint of black beans in the morning, and I don't have a good way to wash that out right now. And a side of packeted bone broth. Yum. Honestly, it's not too bad. I've done way worse, and I think it's nice to have a very simple send-off before getting back to being a carpet walker, as many van lifers say. But it feels like I'm moving into a new era, a new chapter of life where camping and being off-grid and going on adventures is 100% going to stay a part of my life, but it's not necessarily going to be 100% of my life. Between school and work shifts, family and friends, and just trying to build deeper community, my heart has a feeling that I know where I will end up. But for now, I'm not committing to anything. I'm gonna be 28 years old and say, I'm not really sure what the future brings, but as soon as I do, as soon as I have a commitment, you guys will be the first to know. I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy these rather disturbing looking beans. I'm gonna edit this video this week, and I will see you all in the next one. Thanks so much for being here. Bye.